Hello and welcome to Penny's Game Hoard. I'm Penny, and we are continuing with Thief 2. So we just finished the blackmail mission. I left it off last time with my previous recording session. So it's been a bit since I've recorded, but I'm getting right back into it. And if you remember, we went to take the wax recording device to the sheriff and confront him about the deal he was going to make with the Mechanist Order and with Karis about taking people off the streets, basically, and turning them into mechanical servants. We don't like that. That's really awful and mean. But turns out the sheriff was killed. So now seems like a dead end, literally. It was a dead end for sheriff. And we have to figure out who's behind it. But it seems the only clue we have is, I believe, Lieutenant Mosley's key ring. But it didn't seem like she was the sort to do this sort of thing. But maybe we'll get some clues in the upcoming mission.
Things are getting very complicated. Even with Truart dead, my problems are far from over, and whoever hired the sheriff to kill me is still out there. The key ring I found at Truart's house belongs to Lieutenant Mosley of the City Watch, but it turns out she has an alibi for the murder itself. Still, she's probably neck deep in this whole mess. I don't know what's going on, and I don't like that. So I started following Mosley. I knew sooner or later she'd have to tip her hand and contact her friends, and sure enough, she just left the local watch station well before schedule carrying a letter. This is my chance. If I can trail her without being spotted, I should be able to find out who's on the other end of this little conspiracy.
Okay, trace the courier. Trace the message to its final destination without being caught. Find out the contents of the message. And it's hard to imagine why you'd need to kill bystanders on a job like this. Don't do it. Fair enough. This one is a bit of an interesting level. Let's see. Let's get... I'm gonna want some healing potions. Flash bombs. Because I know what's coming up. And I'm gonna want to stock up on a lot of supplies. Three noisemakers is actually pretty good. I'm wondering, I don't need any more scouting orbs. And I want to grab some rod hitters, actually. Not for killing people now, but you never know. Let me save. So...
Lieutenant Mosley, out for a little stroll. Let's see where you take me.
This mission is going to look a little familiar because it does reuse the map from the ambush mission. Unfortunately, as wonderful as this game is and as wonderful as the level design is, Looking Glass Studios was kind of running low on funds during a lot of the course of this game. And so there are a few cases where they had to reuse a map here and now. There's two instances where an entire map gets reused, and this is one of them. Which is kind of funny because it's like they have these instances where they reuse entire maps, but then they have instances where they have like unique assets and unique like just stuff in general, items, enemies, all kinds of stuff that only exist in like one level and you never see again.
Must be one of them grubbers again.
Shit, somebody saw me. There's a guard up on that post. So they had these cases of running out of money, but then sometimes
Something there?
having the
Find you. Damn you.
crap. This is not a good place to be. I'm gonna reload. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gotten caught.
What was that?
This is like the Assassin's level from Thief Gold,
Always nothing. It's never anything
where
exciting.
you have to keep track of a person, and if you lose sight of them, you can actually lose the mission. And I really don't want to do that. I should be quick saving whenever I can, honestly. Can I... Oh, here he is.
Come out where I can see.
Let me just take him out. And if I run back, I should... Ooh, that was close.
Maybe it was rats. Rats would be a bit of meat now and then. Stupid. It's probably just some rookie.
Okay. Yes, she's very paranoid. Just steal that from that guy's belt right under his nose. Or I guess right under the back of his head. He didn't really have a nose on the back of his head. If he did, that would be very weird. And I would hate that. Okay. So he turns around there. He shouldn't spot me from this distance. Okay, I can save.
Thought I saw... Always nothing. It's never anything exciting.
I do know that on different difficulties, he takes a different route every time. I know the route that she takes... Oh boy, that's close. The route that she takes on normal difficulty,
Something there?
it's a lot shorter. And then on hard, it's a bit longer, and then on expert, it's very winding and long. I remember when I did a expert playthrough on my own, I was quick saving and quick loading so many times. So I didn't want to get caught, and then I would like, oh, let me knock out this person to get them out of the way. And then I would have to like quick load because I'd be caught carrying their unconscious body to somewhere safe. And then I would still get spotted by somebody I didn't expect to come across. Oh, I hate this. Whoops.
We've got a...
Please tell me. Okay, she hasn't
Just wait, I'll find
caught me yet.
you.
Oh boy, that was... I meant to lean forward, and instead instead of Alt-W, I pressed Alt-S. So... I quick-saved right at the worst time.
You can't hide forever.
As long as she doesn't spot me, I'll be fine. So let's hope... Yeah, there we go. Okay, don't kill any innocents. Good this guy. Is fair game. I just wanted to get him out of the way. You can see that she's taking a very circuitous route, I believe is the word. Oh,
Don't think you'll escape.
shit.
Bad day for you, look.
Damn it.
Slut.
Oh,
One way or another, hide from me.
that was very dumb of me. I apologize. Let's try that again without being spotted.
Right.
Oh, hey. She apparently has eyes in the back of her head.
I'll find you.
Yeah, these kind of levels in stealth games where you have to follow somebody without being spotted, they're never the best at being implemented. It's weird because it's like, you'd think in a stealth game going around without being spotted would be natural. Like, oh yeah, going around without being spotted, that's the whole mechanic of the game. But somehow whenever they make an entire mission out of it, it always feels a little tedious. Huh, that time she didn't turn around at this point. I'm gonna quick save here. Crap, back guard's coming this way. Okay, should be good. Darkness? Yes. I will say, I'm watching
Probably
my,
worth investigating that.
No, it's not worth investigating.
Always nothing. It's never anything exciting.
And I dare say you should not investigate anything for the rest of the night. Anyways. I'm experimenting with my microphone a bit. I'm watching the audio levels right now. So I have OBS open on my other monitor, and I can see the game audio and my mic audio.
Look, there.
And so I'm experimenting with different locations with my microphone. I also have my pop filter. Oh, Jesus, that was close. Yeah, I have my pop filter up in front. I didn't have it on before because it was a bit difficult. Oh, Jesus, okay. Don't spot me. Holy crap, okay. Okay, get up. Read it? Okay. My co-conspirator. Our plan seems to have had no unfortunate consequences. You are concerned that some incriminating evidence was dropped by your assassin at the scene. If so, it was not found. Still, it was foolish to place the key on a key ring with my emblem on it. I am a novice at such conspiracies, I confess. But no one has implicated me in the murder. Well, yeah, because I stole the key ring before anybody had a chance to investigate the crime scene fully. With both Hagen and Truart out of the picture, you can expect little trouble from the City Watch from now on. However, we both know that there are far more sinister forces at work in the city. On that note, you mentioned once that you had one last place to retreat to where the mechanists could never find you. If that is true, I urge you to go there now, since in light of recent events, they will waste no time or effort trying to discover your current location. I hope this warning does not reach you too late. Steadfastly yours, Lieutenant M.
Oh, I doubt she dropped her note by accident. I better see what it says.
Yes, so, as I said, I'm experimenting with a new position for my microphone. I think now I just wait for the next person to pick it up. Yeah. Are they gonna have a conversation?
You know, I've been wondering.
Oh.
What?
What's the big deal with having to wear fancy uniforms? You'd think you don't want any of the thieves knowing which one's the Sarge. Or even that you're a sword minder set to watch for them.
It's for the bosses, you clodhead. Otherwise, they'll never remember which of us is the guards and which is the servants. You can't expect them to remember names and faces.
Get up, please. Okay. So as I was saying, before I got rudely interrupted by those guards, so I have my microphone in a slightly new position. I have a pop filter on now. I didn't have it on before because it was kind of weighing down the microphone a bit because it has this long sort of arm. Ooh, there's the person I need to follow.
What's he there?
And then
Nothing.
I'm trying to be a little bit better at enunciating my words.
Always tired now. Can't remember.
Because Adobe Premiere, which is what I use to edit, has a subtitle function, which is why I have that little text box on the bottom. I figured, I'm a little bit difficult to hear sometimes. Not just in terms of
Nothing this time.
having difficulty hearing me over the game audio, but I've always just kind of struggled a little bit with speaking. I'm just not a great speaker. You'll probably notice I have a very particular way of saying words, particular way of my manners of speech. It's just the way I talk, and I think one of my Thief Gold videos, that one of the reasons I wanted to do these videos on YouTube, not just to show off games that I love, but also to just get better at speaking, because I've always had a habit. I've always had a bad habit of like, oh no, how? Oh my god!
Creepsy creature. Have you got
I thought he was gonna spot the body, and oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna quick save because that was probably the luckiest break I've ever gotten in my entire life. Okay, but yeah, I think I mentioned in one of my. I'm sorry, I bumped the mic there for a second. One of the reasons why I am doing these videos is I want to get better at speaking. So I'm trying to be a little bit more cognizant of how I'm enunciating my words,
can't remember.
because I want the Adobe Premiere transcriber
I saw something.
to recognize that I'm actually saying words. There have been times when I'm editing the subtitles, because I'll turn on the transcription and it'll generate a big text file of what it thinks I'm saying.
Some creature? Little one, I'll hurt you not.
And then I go through and edit it to what I'm actually saying. Like a lot of times, when I say the word mechanist, it'll think I'm saying the word mechanized. So I have to go through and manually change all these things. But even words that I can sort of forgive it for not knowing, like, it doesn't understand, like, Sheriff Truart or Karis. Saying those words right now, I know I will be going in later and editing them in Adobe Premiere. But even just regular words that I'm just saying that any old person would be able to understand. Sometimes it struggles, and I know that it's a software. It's not going to understand things perfectly, but it still makes me a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-conscious, I guess. I'm always afraid that I'm not able to get my point across well, or that I don't sound quote unquote intelligent, whatever the hell that means, I guess. So I am trying to get better at speaking, and I'm hoping that I can catch myself a little bit better at saying words and just being a good speaker in general. Another ambush.
We darest not venture in there. Cemeteries are no place for the living to be treading about at night.
Perhaps we should return home and forge the backbone.
Why enter there? 'Tis the only exit, and thou didst hit him with thy bolts. If he dost not come out, then surely he hath bled unto death.
Very well. Quiet thy fearful heart, and we shall remain here. What's this?
Okay, so now we have to get past this ambush.
Cowards hide so.
Oh, I apologize if the game ever hitches up like that. I don't know what's causing that. I've mentioned it multiple times, and I hope it's not annoying. But yeah, long story short, I have a slightly new mic setup. Same microphone as before, I just have it in a slightly different location, so hopefully I'm a little bit easier to hear. I see that my mic audio levels are a little bit higher than before, so hopefully I'm a little bit easier to hear over the game audio. And then again, I'm trying to work on enunciating my words better so that maybe there will be a point where I won't need to put in subtitles and people will just sort of naturally understand what I'm saying, and I'll feel a lot more confident about speaking. I am also trying to find the time to do voice training exercises. I want to change just how I speak, not just in a, the sense that I am talking about, but also, not all you. Also, like, wow, great ambush room. I really want to work on the general sound of my voice. Those like voice training exercises.
A cemetery. That's original.
Yeah, it is original. Those voice training exercises where you practice like, deep breathing and speaking from different parts of your body and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yep. This is one of the rare instances of a zombie in this level. I remember. I didn't want him getting up, so I just smacked him a bunch. They changed how zombies look in this game. They look more like people. Oh, wait, here's a regular looking zombie. So they have the more rotted looking ones here. And I guess that was like a fresh one.
Where did he go? Guess there must be another way out of here after all.
I know where that is going. I'm going to save that for now because I know there are various NPCs walking around this level with loot to pickpocket. They try to put all the loot in this level along the path to the final objective, but some of it is, as I said, on people's belts, those little pouches and whatnot. So I've gathered 400 so far. I can't remember what the total is, but I want to try to get a little bit more loot and items in general. So rod-head arrows, because I do know what's coming next. And okay. For a second there, I thought I saw something, but it was just the railing. I just want to make sure that I'm getting as much as possible in preparation, because I will not have. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, so. I guess I'll just say it's one of those cases where you want to be as prepared as you possibly can. Perfect. See? Right there. He had some stuff on his
Be too careful.
belt there. He doesn't have anything, but he's still annoying, and I want him out of the way. So I guess... Oh, there's Lieutenant Mosley. Can I actually hit her and get away with it? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I guess while I'm running around here, I will be editing this down. I'm not gonna have you guys sit through everything that I'm going through here. But I guess to bare my soul for a bit, I just am self-conscious about the way I talk and the way I sound. Again, I just have these issues with... Ooh, a key. I take these long pauses. I'm so cognizant of it right now as I'm
What if you
speaking.
made a big mistake, Taffer?
Okay, well that was a mistake. He's right about that.
I want a piece of you.
Oh, you have money on your belt. I'll need that when you're done dying. So I just have issues with stuttering and pausing during my sentences. It's just the way that my brain works, I guess. My brain just naturally needs to take pauses in the middle of a sentence. I very rarely say a full sentence in its entirety without taking a brief moment to pause and think about my next few words. I'm also trying to get better at not saying as much. I realize that it's not a huge problem, and that there are those studies out there that say that like filler words like and like are actually not bad, like even though they're looked down on by society. I did it again right there. Those kind of filler words are buffering for your brain, essentially. And there's no real shame in having your brain buffer for a moment. It just means that you're taking a moment to think about the words that you're saying, and in the process of doing so, you vocalize it as or something, or like, or some other various phrase or sound. So there's no shame in it. I realize that, there's a bit of a stigma. Oops. There we go. Grab all that. There's a bit of a stigma against it, against people who speak like that, and we see it as like a lack of intelligence. Probably something to do with, how intellectuals speak. They speak all fancy-like and oh yeah, it's the same door. So they speak all fancy-like and they don't say or and they use big words and whatnot, and so we're sort of conditioned to think of smart people as using big words.
What's that I see?
And long sentences and whatnot. And it's all societal stuff. It's wild being self-conscious about something that you're also fully aware is societal. It's like saying, what's a good example? I'm trying to think of a good example. Like there's no shame in you know, having let's say a tattoo on your arm or whatever. In my opinion, there's really no shame in that, and really the only people who make a big deal out of having like, oh, I have a something tattooed on my arm, like a phrase from a book that I really like, or a picture of an animal that I like, or a character. You know, you see those people with like a Disney character or something, you know, tattooed on their arm or whatever. There's no shame in that. And the only people who really raise a big stink out of it are usually like people that you really don't care about their opinion anyways. They're usually big jerks.
Hello?
About other stuff as well. So it's like who even cares about your stupid opinion about how somebody wants to treat their body? But you can still feel kind of self-conscious about the fact that people might be judging you, even though you know most people aren't, and you get into this sort of catch-22, a spiral, I suppose. You start spiraling into this thought of anxiety, where you know nobody's judging you, but then by calling out the fact that nobody's judging you, you're worried that people, you know, might start thinking about that, like, oh, I never thought about it, but now that you say it, I'm gonna start judging you, or something like that. It's all stupid. It's all in your head. I'm trying to not worry about it. I'm trying to not worry about how I sound and how I talk. I do want to get better at talking. I think it would be good for me just professionally. I want to see if I can actually get back to my home turf. See if I can open up my stash and see if there's anything there. But again, I'm trying to not get so caught up in it as much. I know, like, in a professional sense, it can be good for me to learn how to talk with better enunciation and learn how to talk with more power behind my words. But, oh, I can't get in. I don't think you really need to do it to make yourself feel better about yourself. You should be doing it... that's not... I don't think that's how I want to word it. Oh, they put bars over my window. Okay. Basically, if you want to do it for you, and don't do it for the approval of others. It's something, again, I'm trying to get better at. You know, they straight up just put bars over the window. Hello, ma'am. You're already asleep, but now you're even more asleep. Yeah, again, see, I struggle with saying words. I get caught up with my thoughts. They run a mile a minute. I have attention deficit disorder, ADD for short. And while I do take medication, and I am definitely better on my medication than off it, my brain still just works in a way differently.
Better not be the sergeant checking up on me.
That was lucky. I just have a different way of thinking from other people. And so my brain just sort of goes between different thoughts, and I think that's everything. See, right then I just went from one sentence to another. Again, it's wild being fully cognizant.
Things I don't know about.
Being cognizant of the fact that you're doing these things as you're doing them. So, my brain just works differently, and again, I do get self-conscious about how I sound to others, but maybe in the process of making these videos over time, I'll get better, and people will just learn to appreciate how I naturally sound. Oh yeah. The first instance of a female zombie. That's a fresh corpse. But yeah, I hope that my manner of speech and my way of changing subjects mid-sentence and my pauses and starts and stuttering, that even though I'm trying to get better at, I hope it doesn't scare anybody away. I'm just trying to be myself. And now we open the door. This...
Wasn't expecting that.
I mean, I knew what we were in for. But... there we go. Trace the courier. Ah, there we go. See, I got almost all the loot. 10 pockets picked. That's pretty good. I guess that last pocket I missed, where I had a significant chunk of the loot I missed. I missed a secret. I wonder what the secret was for this mission. It's interesting that they would put a secret in here at all. I'm 30 minutes, 25 seconds. I'm going to make this a two-parter, actually. I don't want this to be super short of an episode, so this is going to be a special one, and we're going to do 2 missions in one video. I know that's a bit, you know, a little bit out there for me. I'm trying to do 1 mission per video, but I don't want this to be too short for you guys, and I think it'd be a good through line, I guess. I mean, this next mission sort of is the part 2 of this part, I suppose. So that I don't think there's any harm in making this a bit longer. So let's get into the next mission.
The portal from the graveyard deposited me in a grove of trees, and the wounded pagan I was following is nowhere in sight. He's carrying Mosley's letter, and I'd still like to know where he's heading with it. My plan is to track him and find out what's been going on. The pagan has a head start in what is probably familiar territory to him, but there's some blood on the ground. I'm hoping he's in too much of a hurry to stop and tend to that wound, so he'll leave a trail of blood that I can follow. That's unless he bleeds to death before he gets where he's going. Meanwhile, I have no idea where I am or what I'll be up against, and even if I did, there's no going back for supplies. If I believed in it, now would be a good time for me to wish for luck.
And that is why we need to make sure that we get as much loot and keep as much of our tools as possible, because there's no chance of buying anything or going to the shop. We're in unfamiliar territory now. So, trail of blood. There's some blood on the ground, and it's probably from the wounded pagan who's carrying Mosley's letter. Follow the blood trail to find out where his ultimate destination is. Following a blood trail alone in a dark, unfamiliar place can be difficult, so see if you can find a map or some other information about where you are. Okay, I can do that. Give me 1 second. I think I need to fix... my little goblin head is being a little bit weird, so give me 1 moment to fix that. Okay, now I'm back, and don't I feel foolish? So earlier when I was changing my mic to a new position, in the process I unplugged my microphone and then plugged it back in, and that reset the default microphone device for the little software that I use for my little goblin head. which, by the way, is called a Veadotube Mini. That is Veadotube, and then Mini. I believe I got it off of itch.io or itch.io, whatever you want to call it. It's a wonderful little program for making PNGTubers that are very simple. It's just that when I unplug my microphone, it reset to a default audio device. So my mouth was this whole time not moving with the actual proper motion of my words, I think. And now it's a little bit better. It does take a little bit of fiddling. It's not, as with all, I don't want to say that the software is bad. It's great. But with all PNG and VTuber stuff, it's a little bit, you have to fiddle with the settings to make it work right for you. You have to make sure that the levels are right for, okay, at this level of volume, start making me move my head around and open my mouth. So I unfortunately reset some of the settings when I unplugged my microphone, but now we're back into it, and now that that's out of the way, let's get into the Trail of Blood. And then we save. This mission is one of the ones I was talking about that has a lot of assets and textures and whatnot that are specific only to one mission. And it's also just a really beautiful mission, and also really sad once we get into it. The dead body. Oh, objective complete. Find a map. Okay. Reconnaissance map. Beck o' the Wills. Pagans live in huts. Barn and silo. Village. The gathering place. Significance of stone formations unknown. Friends. Report any inaccuracies in this map to friend Ashton, Reconnaissance Company. Okay.
You can have this. I don't need it anymore.
Come, Lily. Must we go?
His name's Truart, and he doesn't like Satanists.
Lily.
I have to go now.
This dude dropped for you. If I remember correctly, he doesn't actually do anything. I feel like I've searched around before, but he doesn't do anything. But still, it's so, something about this is very sad. Lily must writ this 5 times over her home lesson. Full moon bees called Nene, or Neen, I guess. For him, woodsy lord's jackal. New moon bees called Enen, them's jackal's dark shadow. Okay. I believe, yep, a lot of arrows right there. Looks like the mechanists came in and started slaughtering innocent civilians.
Huh? Is that thee? In truth, I know not what it was.
Yeah, just like what Garrett said.
I knows it was here. I knows it.
Looking for this vile heathen?
My side. Gives it here.
Gladly, pagan. Gladly.
Oh, fire arrows. Oh, I wonder if the other place has fire arrows. He am the honey maker, and drinkers we them needs. He am the jacksparrow, and eaters we them leaps. He am the trickster, and the woodsy lord he bees. It's one of those things, like, on one hand...
Who's there? Who goes there?
They're worshipping a god that, well, number one is dead, and number two is kind of evil in a way. I mean, we foiled his plot in the first game, and it involved also killing people and summoning chaos beasts to, again, kill people, slaughter people. But on the other hand, they're kind of just living their life out here. Like, they're being pretty chill. So being killed is kind of sucks.
You gets the children to the gathering place quickly now.
Is that thou, friend?
That was close. Ooh, rock.
Tread there. Stop! Take thou no further action.
I will be taking action against the back of your head. And then I will be dumping you in here for you to rot. Okay, we got two of these big lads. Ruby stones. Lit up the lights o' the gathering place, till all of them glows round the woodsy lord's head. Then open them eyes of the jacksparrow giver by bringing the rubies, and then placing them there. Jumps in his mouth when glows it all red. For these is the way to them lair of the greens, the maw of them earthseas. Not great on the tongue. And port of us dreams. This is definitely the level where they try to hit it home that the mechanists are bad, because they're just... I mean, they're killing unarmed people. Not to be like Anakin. Oh, somebody's talking.
From somewhere near the gathering place.
Yes, I have seen it. The wretched heathens did perform a ritual that allowed them to pass through. But alas, I could not follow.
The Builder will forgive us if we perform their pagan rituals in pursuit of his wishes.
Yes, friend, thou speakest the truth. Let us... Wait. Did you hear that? There's someone behind those trees.
Art, stop!
I hit her so hard that my game briefly froze up. But yeah, it's an Anakin moment. Not just the men, the women and the children.
These people didn't have a chance against the mechanists.
They really didn't. I mean, the fact that there are ghosts of mechanists here and there shows that they put up a fight, at least, hitting them with shovels and farm implements and whatnot. And then there are a few bodies here and there. But I think what really sells it is the somber music. If it was generic ambience, I don't think it would hit as hard emotionally. I'm not like tearing up right now or anything. I'm not saying this is like an Oscar-worthy tearjerker scene, but they definitely wanted to make it so that you feel bad for the pagans here. I think it does fit in, honestly, with the overall theme of Thief 2 being industrialization and whatnot. I think it very much goes hand in hand with, you know, you have these people, I don't want to say that they're like a stand-in for any sort of indigenous population, but the idea of a heavily armed and heavily armored force moving in and just slaughtering people who are living a agrarian lifestyle, in the name of progress, in the name of, you know, these people are simpletons, we need to kill them because they stand in the way of progress. You know, it very much echoes, you know, the late 1800s. I shouldn't even say the late 1800s, just most of history in general. But yeah.
Comes now, Birch. We've lit the lights and opened up the eyes of the woodsy lord. What left is theirs to do.
Someone has to stay behind to delay the Mechanist's threat.
But we need you with us, Birch.
No! Take Minnow and go! Go now!
Look out!
I don't think they made it. In fact, the fact that the rupees are out of the eye implies that none of them made it out. Well, here goes nothing.
You're finally awake.
Well, I guess some of them made it out. Maybe. Just that, well, some of the mechanists seem to have
Looks
gone
like
through.
I'm still on the right track.
Yeah, there's still blood. Hopefully it's from the guy. Oh, we're making our own map now. Hopefully it's from the guy and not from some random mechanist. Well, I mean, hopefully it is from mechanists as well. They deserve to bleed out as well, but we're trying to follow the blood trail to find him, find the end point of the letter. Hello. I'm gonna put a warning in the beginning.
Is this the Maw? Looks different.
It is the Maw. Welcome to the new updated Maw of Chaos. Again, I'm gonna put an update, or not an update, a warning on the beginning of this episode. I can't remember what the phobia is called. I remember there's a phobia of like staring and whatnot, and I realized that this little area right here might be potentially triggering to some folks. I can see why. I mean, it doesn't trigger me, but it's definitely creepy. PP. Ooh, I think that's a gas arrow over on that side of the pond. Now we have a vine arrow. Yeah, you shoot this arrow and wherever it lands, it creates a 6-second long loopable video. Every day that I remember that Vine is like... I mean, it's... When did it go down? Like 2016? It literally makes me feel so freaking old. All these kids nowadays with their TikToks and whatnot. Whoa. There's a funky little fella. I remember some trivia. So that's supposed to be like a monkey ape beast. I remember some trivia that they updated the beasts in this level to look more like apes because they're supposed to be ape beasts in Thief Gold, but people thought that they were rats because of the tails and the general look of their face. So people referred to them a lot as rat beasts. And so they made them look more ape-ish in this game. As well as in the third game, Deadly Shadows, they even added rat beasts, very distinctly rat beasts, as a new enemy type. Sort of like as an inside joke of, yeah, we get it, there's rat beasts and whatnot. I don't like that this implies that there was a mechanist here instead of these weird pods. And those look like those pitcher plants that suck insects up. Oh, fuzzy looking dude. Definitely a lot more... What's the word I'm looking for? The Maw of Chaos just looks a lot more arboreal, I suppose. A lot less lava and fire and weird... just stuff in general. I mean, it's still weird. Ooh, money. Definitely still weird. But... with the Trickster around, it was very much leaning into the chaos part, and now it feels more like natural. Two guards over there. Nothing over there. How am I gonna get past these two? I have water arrows. I could try. Oops. Let's get that. There we go. Now it's nice and dark. One down. Perfect. Maw? Question mark? Cliffs, swamp, upper cliffs. Okay. Magic Bridge is where we are. Okay. Interesting. Now what?
Them Splunzy's mines.
No! Clumsy taker! Giving them backsies!
I eaters them. Plumsy's all gone.
Eating clumsies. Once again, we get these roots that I remember from the first game. heal you quite a bit. And hit you on the head. His voice line when he got hurt was, "My blood is for the Lord, not you." That sounds like... that's some Catholic shit right there. Okay. Tree Village Spring. Nice skull collection, dude. Ooh, a letter and a bunch of apples. Let me take all that first, and then... My new friend. I was very pleased to receive your answer so quickly. I will now outline for you my plan for how we will correspond with each other in the future. Firstly, contact will be made only after a signal. Each day, check to see which plant I have in my office window. If it is the peony, then you know I have a message to give you. Then at midnight, I'll drop my message off in the alley we agreed upon earlier. Please make sure an agent picks it up promptly, as I cannot risk anyone else seeing these letters. Whoop, bad job with that. If you need to contact me, then leave a sage branch outside my door in the morning, and I will pick up your message at noon in the same alley. Do not deviate from the system. I will assume anyone who contacts me in your name outside of these rules is a spy or a traitor to our conspiracy, and will have him or her killed. Similarly, any person who claims to be sent by me or any message you receive from me sent in a different manner, assumed to be false, and of course our secret associations discovered by a third party. I shudder at the thought. Yours sincerely, Lieutenant Mosley. So Lieutenant Mosley is in cahoots with the pagans. Where are we going next?
No, got me in summers. Who then? Who guards these winters? None guards is it. For what's good gets that fars. None's good. None's good makes it.
Summer, okay. Steal your stuff. I don't want your skulls, though. You can keep your skulls. Ooh, stuff. Hello, sir. Okay. It's a very beautiful level, again. I know the whole point of this game is, you know, the industrialization and the new technology and whatnot, but it is a breath of fresh air. Maybe pun intended? Ooh. To, go to a natural area like this. New objectives. Congratulations, you obtained at least 700 in loot. Not bad considering you're in hostile territory. It's a little secret objective for taking the time to snoop around. I think the other ape up here heard me. That's a rat. Okay. Ow, jerk. Ow. Ow. Asshole. Okay, that hurt a lot. I'm gonna eat a bunch of your apples. Perfect. Jerk. I'm dumping you down here. Now, this is fall. Easy nothing. Easy you... Easy you go back to ignoring me. Crap. Yeah, he heard that. Or did he not? He's not in search mode. Oh, no, he did hear something, but he didn't care enough to actually investigate properly. Fire arrow. Cool.
Come out at once.
That is some loot. Ooh. Masks. Creepy. Look like they're made of bark or something. Oh, let me grab these first and then read the letter. This letter. My secret correspondent. I have found out something new. All this time I thought Sheriff Truart, probably out of some misguided sense of duty, was acting alone against your people. But that is sadly untrue. As is his fashion, Truart was hired. Yes, and by the mechanists. He has met with Karis, their leader, several times, and from those meetings came the order to systematically eradicate all pagans. Oh, and they're so clever. You are now officially potential obstacles to the greater good who must be eliminated. You and others too, including a poor soul named Garrett, whom they pursue mercilessly. Why Karis has targeted him, I have yet to discover. But as of this letter, he remains at large. Interesting that the City Watch, somebody so high up as a lieutenant in the City Watch, wouldn't know the name Garrett. I feel like I'd be a stain on the city by now. The others were unfortunately not so lucky as you and this Garrett seem to be. I fear your peril is too great. Truart can be handled, but Karis and his mechanists, stay away from them. I trust you are taking every possible precaution. My thoughts are with you. I remain, Lieutenant.
So it's been the mechanist behind my problems this whole time.
Insert the meme of always has been.
I hope this guy doesn't run out of blood.
Depends on how badly he was shot. Clearly, we're in winter now. I love that there's actually little icicles on the bottom of the map. Symbol for it there. It's cute. I want to grab all the loot. Give me all your loot. The hitboxes on these big rocks are kind of weird. I run near them and then I get caught on them somehow. God, that sound is giving me PTSD. I know what's coming up. And I hate it. And I remember the first time I played this game and I came across this level. Well, there's a reason why that chittering sound there would make anybody nervous. I'm at that point where I feel like I've gotten all the loot, but I know I've probably missed like 1 or 2 pieces here and there. But I think I'm comfortable with 2,075. That's a respectable amount. Oh, That's the wrong way. Go this way. Okay. This area here, this forest here, has an enemy that only appears in this area and never again. But oh my god, the developers of this game put their heart and soul into making probably the most terrifying thing ever. These weird-looking trees here that are like blue-grayish. You can see that they look kind of humanoid. They also look like they're dabbing, which is hilarious. These dabbing trees that make these cricket-like sounds. Oh, I pissed one off. You can see when they get alerted, they become even more humanoid. And they start to get real pissed off. And if you're not paying attention, let me just show you what happens. If you're playing this like me, a fool, a long time ago, and you're like, oh, let me just follow the trail of blood. Do-do-do. I wonder where the blood is going. And you hear a growling sound, and you're like, interesting. I wonder if I'm going the right way. I know the moment, I know what's gonna happen, and I know the moment it happens, I'm still gonna absolutely piss my pants. Yeah, they're spotting me. Yep, there you go. Oh, Christ. Yeah, these tree beasts, oh my god. They are... Oh my god. I want you guys to know at home. Currently, my entire butt is clenched. Oh my god. And they pursue you relentlessly, and they want to tear you to shreds. Yep, hi. Everybody follow me. I'm the Pied Piper. I want to get all of them up. Gather them all. Okay, how many have I gotten now? That looks like 4. Here's a 5th one.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Oh my god, every time I turn around, they're just like right up in my face. This is... And again, you can't tell which ones are fake and which ones are the actual monster. And so you just have to hope that you can sneak past all of them without being killed. I want to see if I can get up on here. I cannot. They kill me in one hit. Okay. I was going to see if I could climb up on there and take them out. But no, they kill you in one hit, and they are fast and relentless and terrifying. And the sound that they make is... I mean, it's just the worst. This actually might be a great time to use my noisemakers and draw them away so I can sneak past all of them. Unless... I can find a good path. around them. Okay, this should be good. I don't think either of these two get mad. There we go, there's the courier.
Garrett.
Victoria.
Garrett. Who is it you wish to fight? Me? Or my Thistlades?
Or the Sycamore?
Just you.
I am not the enemy, Garrett, nor anyone here. Here is your enemy. Mechanists. It's no secret that they wish to destroy you, too. Hero that you are. Regardless, you will join us in our struggle against them.
Join you? Not really my first choice.
Choice? My choice is to avenge the death of a friend. You understand nothing of suffering and duty. Pathetic man fool. In one moment I could...
The past is the past. Now we have an enemy in common. Even you must see that this is so.
I seem to have a lot of enemies lately. Anyway, you have matters well in hand.
It is true that I am powerful, but I draw my strength from this place. Where the mechanists are, I am not so assured of victory.
Pity.
I have no time for your vengeful thoughts and biting words. But be assured, Garrett, you are stronger with us than without us. We have been watching the mechanists for 3 moons. Pagan agents are posted in every sector of the city. Your report, Larkspur.
1 loss in the Old City, and 2 more in Dayport.
Sometimes enemies must join forces to overcome a more terrible foe. So tell me, Garrett, yes or no? Are we agreed to work together, sharing knowledge and skills against the mechanists? I put vengeance aside. The Earth keeps my promise for me. Now you have my oath on it. I'm cursed if I break the covenant. Now your answer.
I agree that...
Good. The Earth keeps your promise for you.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. We met up with old friend, question mark. So Victoria is still alive, even though we killed her sugar daddy. So the reason why the maw is looking a lot more natural is because well, she's here. She's in charge now, and it's a lot more woodsy and focus on the different... why am I forgetting the word? The seasons, the spring, summer, fall, winter, all that good stuff. Yeah, I was right. I missed a little bit of loot, but I got a respectable amount. 26 minutes. Again, that's probably why I wanted to make this a 2-parter. Or a 1-parter with the previous mission. 3 out of 3 pockets picked. Excellent. Let's see. Looking good so far. Well, so that's interesting. Now we're in cahoots with the pagans. It seems a little rushed, I think. She was quite willing to put aside her vengeance pretty quickly, but I think you could see it as well, you know, she does have a point. You have to put aside your differences and come against a greater foe. And she understands that, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Garrett has no love for the mechanists either. And she knows that he is way more comfortable out in the city than she is. So, well, after this, we're taking the fight directly to the mechanists. We're striking at their heart. We are no longer going to be passive and defensive in our methods. And also after this is my absolute favorite mission in the entire game, and I cannot wait to show you it. It is just, I think it's just the perfect example of this game in its entirety. If you could give somebody a demo of this game, I would give them this next mission in particular. But until then, leaving you with that little cliffhanger, until then, if you liked these past two missions, if you like the courier mission and the Trail of Blood, I prefer the Trail of Blood over the courier mission. I think most people probably do too, mainly because the Trail of Blood just has way more interesting enemies. It's not a reuse level like the courier is. It's not full of the same old standard stuff. It's got wild, crazy stuff. Like those tree beasts that only exist in that one specific part, and yet are terrifying enough that they are kind of iconic in the series. But I liked it, and if you liked it too, let me know down below your thoughts on these past two missions, on where the story is going. And if you like the video, if you like what you see so far, leave a like and subscribe for more. We're going to be finishing the Thief games, as I said. And as always, please have a wonderful day.